Broomfield Eagles. They'll be playing Ponderosa on Friday night. Next week for Jefferson, another tough contest. They'll be taking on Brighton on Saturday. As for us, so we'll have the afternoon off. Come back 2 weeks from now with the Pooter Impalas and the Pomona Panthers. Try and say that 10 times fast.
I'll say Kevin Ritchie picks up 2 yards up the middle. It'll be third and about 3. The ball now right at the 50-yard line. And you see another one of those Jefferson Saints who's had a hard afternoon. Ritchie playing both offense and defense. And Mark Smith, number 22, now coming into the backfield for the Saints. Third and about 1.5. The nose of the football just about at the 50. They have to go to just the other side of the 49-yard line. And they run it right up the middle, and they will have the first down. That is Tim Bottleson, the fullback. We haven't heard from him much in the second half, but he picks up about 3, and the Saints have another first down.
I notice off behind me as we head down to the 3-minute mark that our spotter Todd Mosier's doing a little dance back here saying, give me some mention, give me some mention. So, okay, Todd Mosier, senior from Columbine High School, thank you so much for the spotting job you do for us. Keeps track of everybody for us, and that becomes especially difficult when the Broomfield Eagles make all their wholesale changes. Also like to thank our statistician today, Tony Slavic. Nice job he's doing on keeping track of how everybody's doing everything and how much of it they're doing.
First down, Padilla wants to throw, and it is complete to Kevin Ritchie, and that's another first down. This one at the Broomfield 35-yard line.
21, Ritchie. Stop is made by number 18.
And Kevin Ritchie's probably got to weigh 3 or 4 pounds more than when he started this football game with all the mud.
Wondering how much of it actually gets inside their shoes.
It's pretty wet. So a lot of clean jerseys now coming on for the Saints with only 2:50 to go in the ball game. They'd like to get everybody on their team at least on the field for a couple of plays. First and 10 at the 35, and Mark Smith gets the quick opener, and he picks up 6. So it'll be 2nd and 4. They are now inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, if you could ever term a loss a good loss, no matter how dirty you get, for Jefferson, should they happen to score just one more time here today to up their touchdowns on the year to 3, I'd say they'd be a pretty happy football team. And I don't blame them.
2nd and 4 at the 29. Padilla again wants to roll out. He wanted to pitch it, and he couldn't. He's hit, he fumbles, and it is Broomfield's football. So the Eagles have it back, and we'll come back to Jeffco Stadium right after this.
Dad, I've finally decided on a school.
Good. Which one?
Electronic Technical Institute. They have a new video electronics program.
Video electronics?
I'm interested in electronics. And you know how I like fooling around with your video equipment.
But as a career?
Dad, video's big. In 15 months, I can be working in a field that needs technicians and pays great. How about visiting the school with me?
Is tomorrow too soon?
We knew that sooner or later you'd want a new car, so we're ready for you, Denver. With 6% interest and no payments until October, we knew you'd get the fever and want a new truck or van conversion, so we have over 300 of these from which to choose. And we just knew that with over 500 new cars, from Thunderbirds and Mustangs to Escorts, you'd find one for your very own. Of course, 6% interest and no payments until October does make a difference, and somehow we just knew that too. O'Mara Ford Center, 104th and I-25.
2 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the football game as the Broomfield cheerleaders say hi. They should be happy. They lead at 28-6. They've just gotten the ball back on a fumble at their own 28-yard line.
It's always a problem here at the stadiums. We never get to see quite enough of the other cheerleaders and the fans on the other side. The home team always has the upper hand. Anybody who's a Nebraska fan, just want to let you know that in the first quarter play, Oklahoma State leading 3-0.
Lance Stewart was the man who picked up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. The ball now out to the 33-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go. As you see Lance Stewart heading off to the sidelines. Everybody's going to get a chance to play for the Eagles before the clock runs out here in the 4th period at Jeffco Stadium. Hartley is the quarterback. And they run it again right up the middle. Pick up a couple of more, so it'll be 3rd and about 3. That is number 43, Jim Miller, who made the carry. And again, 4 or 5 clean jerseys coming onto the football field for Broomfield as we're getting close to the 1-minute mark here in the final period.
Well, you know, the Broomfield Eagles had 2 shutouts coming into this game. Jefferson doing all right to put the 6 points on the board that they did.
3rd and 3, the ball at the 35-yard line. They run the draw again, and this one will be close to a first down. There is a flag down. Lance Stewart again on the carry. Rod Silva, number 31, the linebacker, made the stop. So it will be marched back. You see the holding indication against the Eagles. Under a minute to go. Comfortable lead, 28-6 for Broomfield. They will remain undefeated and seemingly on their way to the playoffs again and perhaps another state championship.
We've got to get this penalty situation straightened out, though, so before they run up against someone real tough, they can depend on all those illegal procedure calls not coming their way.
Up. Still 3rd down. Well, you remember the 3rd quarter statistics. They had 11 penalties for 77 yards, and most of those were illegal procedure calls. As you see Shane Taggart, one of the linebackers for Jefferson, getting a break. Clock running again now down to the 42nd mark. We'll have 1 or 2 more plays, and that'll be it. Broomfield will go to 6-0. Dylan Hartley is the quarterback in for Greg Fielder. Fielder had a great afternoon, and Hartley wants to throw under pressure. He will not.
Looked like number 71, Joe Martinez, the man to get there and slip him around, throw him down, say, you're not going anywhere.
And we'll watch it tick down, and this will be the end of the football game.
And as always, I'd like to tell you that the player of the game is sponsored by your neighborhood True Value Hardware store. Today's player of the game, Broomfield quarterback Greg Fielder.
You'll find a wide selection of values for your home when you turn to True Value Hardware store's Fall Shopper Circular. Like this Rayovac Workhorse flashlight, just $2.99. Organized tools in the Master Mechanic 19-inch toolbox, only $12.99. For yard cleanups, get this Green Thumb 24-tine rake, just $5.99. And stay warmer this winter with the True Value Fan Forced Heater, only $49.88 at participating True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
Once again, today's player of the game, number 14 for the Broomfield Eagles, quarterback, kicker, Mr. Do-Everything, Greg Fielder. Today's player of the game is brought to you by your neighborhood True Value Hardware store. The more you've got to do, the more you need True Value Hardware stores. We've got what it takes.
So it's Broomfield over Jefferson. We'll come back to Jeffco Stadium right after these messages.
Arby's brings magic to baked potatoes.
From our Skyline League Game of the Week from Jeffco Stadium, Broomfield 28, the Jefferson Saints 6.
Today's game has been brought to you by Arby's. You're right where you belong. By AOE, American Office, your authorized Minolta copier dealer, AOE. By Electronic Technical Institute, celebrating 25 years of excellence in electronic training. And in part by O'Meara Ford. Plan to be with us in 2 weeks as the Pooter Impalas face the Pomona Panthers. For March and Evel, this is Steve Alvarez saying good afternoon from Jeffco Stadium.
This has been a Channel 4 sports presentation.